Seems like some people left. Don't know what's going on there. No formation that. Rudavay's on pole. 5 lights coming on now with Erosio is disconnected alongside. Lights out, and away we go at Zandvoort. Rudavay's does get away well with his AI of Erosio, gets into the lead, and so does Bram, taking advantage as well. The Red Bulls technically lead 1-2 ahead of Frankie and Swaggy, and they've all made it round. There's a spin at the back, it's Bratty Terror, as Warren and these make their way up from their qualifying bands. Rudavay's does lead away from Josh Crabtree, who's got past the AI cars. Frankie will get up into 3rd, Jazz F1, a strong start from him, will get up into 4th. Kiki technically 5th, and Bram trying to get back in is down to 7th. Switch for Frankie and Erosio as they drop down the order. Such a good qualifying for Erosio, but the dumb game has kicked him out. Frankie battling away with Josh Crabtree, who crashed in qualifying. As they're all battling now, as they're trying to make their way past the 2 AIs of Bram and Erosio. As we got a yellow further back, that's these. Championship leader Ties has spun. Was there an incident? Chaz F1 and Erosio now battling because Erosio's ghosted. Gotta keep that in mind. Kiki now gets past Erosio. Tigo's disqualified for going the wrong way. His home Grand Prix, he's been disqualified. And that's it for him, he's pulling up. First one out of the race. Rudavay's will lead them across the line to the end lap 1. Ahead of Josh Crabtree, who's under pressure from Frankie as he goes to the inside now. The Alpine getting past 2nd in the standings. Chaz seeing this all unfold. And Josh, desperate to make it a 1-2 again, has to sit behind. Seems like they've all kept it clean. Sin Icon battling away with Bram, who still hasn't joined back. Arsenal is also disconnected. Warren on the back of this, and these still not caught up yet on the hards. Are we restarting? Maybe I think we're restarting. Someone quickly take a screenshot of, why does it never work? This, so we can get the grid. If not, I will. Just in case, I think we're restarting. I think there is a rule about how 3 or more cars leave and we have to restart. Yep, we're restarting. Apologies. Let's try this again. Right then. 30 seconds until we start again. T2S5 reporting problems with his pedals, hence why he got disqualified in the first race. Oh, Bram. Don't know when the countdown's coming on. Maybe we just loaded in early. And let's hope for once it works. There's the countdown. Right then. This time we can see Erosia get a good start, hopefully, from a really impressive P2, not get disconnected. Seems like Bram will have to join as he got kicked out. Seems like we're not restarting this one. So this is it then. Real deal. Bram's going to have to join back. It's, unfortunately, I think his own connection then. Here we go then. We'll look into tyre compounds later, but here we go. 5 lights are coming on for the Dutch Grand Prix. We're away here as the revs are rising, and away we go. Crudevays does get away well ahead of Erosia as Bram will slowly get away with his AI, but Erosia takes the lead down into turn 1 ahead of Crudevays as Frankie sends his tyre up the inside, but manages to stay facing forward as ahead of Josh, and Bram seems to have dropped down to 5th, and Frankie's already sizing up a move on the other Red Bull of Crudevays. They've all managed to get through, but not Warren, because he's down in last, and there seems to be already the grid split in half as Bram's joined back. It's Erosia leading out in front from Crudevays. That's the start he wanted, but he's got the Red Bull all over the back of him now as more Islanders join. As Crudevays already having a look. Frankie, Josh, Bram, who's still not back in, but still keeping towards the front. Smithy, Seb, Sin Icon. Oh, there's Sin Icon spinning out and down in 13th place now, with his teammate now passing him, as Warren, after that quali ban, is still in pretty much the position he started, and Tigo, unfortunately due to his pedals, is down in last. Meanwhile, his teammate leads out. Up in front, Crudevays still under pressure from Frankie, really trying to get a move on with this race as he split the 2 Red Bulls again. Erosia, who has had a lot of bad luck recently, is leading the Grand Prix and will finish this first lap in the lead as Bram has still not joined back and he's still losing positions. It's an awful start for Ferrari. Thies has brilliantly got up to 9th. A man who wasn't even going to race today has got up to 9th from his qualifying ban. P15 up to 9th as Frankie has got ahead of Crudevays and he's wheel to wheel and he's ahead. The Alpine, third in the standings, has really come alive today after recent bad luck and no point scoring. He's up in a P2 now ahead of Crudevays, and second in the standings, yellow. I'm guessing that's for Tigo. Yep. Oh dear. What is happening there? He's just got his steering wheel against the wall. Apparently he's got issues with his wheel, and if he stays there for much longer he's going to get disqualified, or he's going to cause a VSC or a safety car, but he's got going. We'll look further back. Frankie on the charge then. We'll enable all the stuff. Tigo's left. Hopefully he can get back in. Position changes. Erosia's made up 1. Frankie's made up 3. Seb 4. These 6. And Bratty now gets past Bram's AI. These goes very wide. He's gone into the gravel. And now he's going to force Chaz off. And they bang wheels. They make contact. As These seems to have been put under pressure on those hard compound tyres. And has hit Chaz off. That was similar to Leclerc and Perez the other week, but Chaz has now lost the position to Carbo, who's going to come back round the outside. Wheel to wheel, banging wheels. Chaz and Carbo starting to keep seeing all this unfold. He's going to look to the inside now on the Mercedes. The Mercedes brakes much deeper, goes wide, and so he's going to keep his nose in there, but on the hard compound tyres, no match for traction. And Bram's left again. It's not getting much better for Ferrari at the moment. But Red Bull still have a job to do. They're not running out in the lead at 1-2. They're running 3-4. Because Frankie is still all over the back of Erosia. Crudevays keeping them company. Josh just staying back. Right, let's switch it to tyre compounds. Oh, there we go. Thieves! These has made a mistake. He's spun on that controller, remember. It's not his usual wheel. And he's down to 13. All his good work come undone. Oh, there he goes again. The championship leader in real despair at the moment on the hard compound tyres. Arsenal passes him. There's Bram. He's back in this time. Chad's still battling away with Carbro. Twitching all over the track. And here comes Seb now on Smithy for the battle for P5. Down the inside. Apologies. Right, Chaz F1 is out of the race. He has given up. He has retired. And Thies has pitted. Meanwhile, Bram still not back in. Jazz has given up. I don't know why. But after lap 2, he's given up before even Thies has, as he's exited the pits on the soft compound tyres. And Thies will try and go again, hoping for a safety car. Tigo, unfortunately, has already been lapped. Anyway. Rosia still leads out in front. Never won a race, and this is his big chance at the moment. Frank, who's won 2 races so far this season, is looking for his 3rd. Kudaves, who's never won a race, is looking for his 1st. And Josh, who's won the last 2 races, is looking for his 3rd. Seb, a few seconds further back, has won a race, Baku. And Smithy, who's never won a race, right behind him, who lost a position to him. Blue flags already for, again, Tigo, who's been lapped by the first 6 runners. Pratty in 7th. Making his way up, Carbro sitting in 8th, just ahead of Swag Kiki. Bram! Oh. There we go, Bram is back in then. That's why it all went weird. Bram is back in, but he has a lot of work to do. Position changes, he's lost 6. Well, usually in tier 2 races, things can go bad at the start, but they could be glorious at the end. Chaz has left, that's it for him. Tigo has been lapped now down to still sit right. So here we go then. To start lap 6, Erosia ahead of Frankie. Just checking the chat. Seeing if everything's all good. Alright. Bear with me. Right, there you go, Will, and if you can let me know if my mic ever goes bad, I will let you know! There's some randomer joined. Thies has crashed, and Sin Icon has had a spin, and Thies is about to get lapped. Oh, that's going to be painful. There's his championship rival lapping his Ferrari compatriot, and Thies just has to keep out the way now. Oh, God. Hopefully people don't get out. Oh, Erosia! What's happened to Erosia? Seb! Seb has spun, and Erosia's dropped down. Erosia. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening. So Erosia's made a mistake, unless Frankie has hit him. Frankie now leads ahead of the 2 Red Bulls from Erosia, from Smithy now and Brian. Seb's spun, and that's one of the Williams. That's Arsenal this time, losing it. Bram still in 10th, hunting down Swag Kiki on the hards. Of course, Kudaves is on the hards as well. And Warren as well. It's Thies. Thies trying to do his best. That's then going to be his 2nd stop in 7 laps. Remember, he is... I mean, it doesn't matter if anyone joins now, Will. The race has begun. Yeah, Thies... waiting to serve a penalty, I guess? I'm not sure. But yeah, Thies just maybe holding it out at the moment to maybe just get some points at the end. He's going to have to hopefully wait on 5 retirements. But at the moment, Josh getting 15 points will lead the World Championship by 7. Trails Thies by 8 points heading into this race. And all the talk, the big talk about Thies getting a qualifying ban, not racing, and having to serve it at Monza, has raced today. It's official. He's served his qualifying ban, and no matter what happens now, he will head to Monza without one. But he is last, and he's been lapped. Has Warren lapped him? Yeah, I think Warren's just lapped him. As for Arsenal and Tigo, I have no idea. He's got a long way to go. Anyway, we've got to focus back to the front. Frankie leading out because Crudaways can't get near him with those hard compound tyres. And he's already down to 6% ERS. Frankie on 8%. Josh on 48. Oh, Thies! And there we go, that's it. Thies is out. And he's caused a safety car. And yep, it's all over then. Thies has crashed. I'm betting it wasn't on purpose. But he's lost it there before. And riding on with Arsenal, we'll see now. Yep, I do not believe that's on purpose. Thies has crashed. That'll probably be 2 BPs on track. No, sorry. Before halfway, no. Oh! Well, it wasn't on purpose, so I think only 1 because it cut. Wait, no, it's not. Ignore me, it's no BPs, it wasn't on purpose. If it isn't on purpose, of course. Arsenal glitching into the barrier there. I don't know if that was his fault or the game's, but that is a safety car then. Yeah, I know, Will. I just realised. Oh, shame for Thies, but he has served it and he'll have to come back better in Monza, Ferrari's home Grand Prix. Run a bad luck now that they can only depend on Bram. As Frankie is in then. Frankie and Josh. Rosie stays out. Smithy stays out. Bratty stays out. And so does Seb. All changing. Right, Frankie is still ahead of Josh. They're both on the hard compound tyres. And they'll both emerge in P7 and P8. As Bram has pitted as well. Shadows are so dark in the pit lane. Spin icon. This will allow Callum to get back up, as I don't think he is lapped. And neither is Warren. Well, that's good then. As for Tigo, it's unfortunate. Arsenal's had a moment, and he's lost a position to Warren. Warren's first overtake, I think, in this race comes under the safety car. Wow. Yeah, I know you would, Will. And Tigo's messaged me saying, just do Zandvoort next week. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, Tigo, you could still join if you're still listening. I mean, you are lapped, but who knows? I know your Wi-Fi or your new setup has messed you over, but anyway. Right, lap 8, it's already been eventful. We've lost Chazef, one who gave up on lap 2, and Thies on the controller. It's Kudaways in the middle taking the safety car there. Thies on controller, tried to last out during the race, but lost it. And he's out. Championship leader for the second race is out, but this time it's definitely more of a struggle. And this time he'd rather do it now than his qualifying now than have to do it in Monza. So it's all up to whether Josh Crabtree can get P5 or better, pretty much. Never led the World Championship. Rookie season, 14 races done. This is his 15th. 2 wins in the past 2 races. Top 5 in every single Grand Prix since Australia. He missed the first round. He got taken out by this man in the second round. But ever since Australia, he's been in the top 5 every single race. Let's see if he can do it today, because if he does it again, that is the championship lead with 7 rounds to go. The first swap after it being led by Chaz F1, and then a few more swaps gave it to Thies. He has led for the longest this season. That might come to an end today. But Kudaways will lead them out, still staying out on those hards. Same with Erosia, Smithy, Bratty and Sebs and Swaggy Kiki. So Frankie, who's put the soft compound tyres on, will have to get past them all. And Josh has put the hard compound tyres on, so Josh seems like he's going to the end. Carbro has done the same, it's in out, soft, hard, soft, hard, soft. That sounds... Moving on. Bram has decided to put the hard compound tyres on, so he's doing the same as Josh. He's a lot closer to his teammate's rival. We're going to have another lap of under the safety car because Warren still hasn't caught up yet, and Arsenal as well. He goes in between Swaggy and Frankie, because Frankie's trying to overtake him but can't, unfortunately. He's gonna have to wait until the line. Oh dear, what's happened? Tigo's AI, Josh, give the places back. I think they're in order. I had to look at my phone. Yeah, I think that's the order. They're messing around with Tigo's AI instead of just patiently waiting for the safety car to end. Sure, they'll lose time, but it's better than trying to overtake it as Bram is trying to do. Will he have to give it back? Or has he actually gotten away with that? No, he's giving it back. Well, he's trying to give it back and he's dangerously holding the rest up. Just sit behind them. It's not rocket science. Oh dear, what's happened to Josh? Josh has lost a position to oh no, he hasn't. Guys, stop overtaking under safety car. Right, safety car's in. We're going to get some action. Thies is left. Enjoy your time in Belgium, Thies. We'll see you next time for Ferrari's Home Grand Prix, and the championship battle will intensify with 7 rounds remaining, but we still got 25 laps left of this one. Bram's going to have to sit behind. Tigo's goes to the AI. He cannot overtake him, otherwise he's going to cause these lot to get very annoyed. Well, these 3. But anyway, Crudevez will lead them away ahead of Erosia. Heading into the banking. Erosia right behind the Red Bull, and when will he go? We can see the revs are rising. He's nearly full throttle, now he's gone back. And he's just feathering, and now he will go across the line, and Erosia close within him as Bram and Carbro are swapping positions already. Erosia trying to have a little look, can't quite do it on the medium. Commodore, we got nearly 3 abreast back with Frankie and Swaggy. We've got a yellow in the background looking further back. Seems like they're all still facing forward, and Erosia's trying to battle Crudevez for the lead as Crudevez still stays in front. Erosia's going to go around the outside, and Crudevez gets a little twitch, and Erosia brilliantly takes the lead. What a move from the Alfa Romeo. He's back up into P1. Smithy P3, Bratty Terra P4 ahead of his teammate Frankie in P5. Then comes Seb and Swaggy and Josh just ahead of Racing Boy. Warren up to P10 now. Bram has lost out as Tigo's been lapped by everyone. Nearly. Now Josh second in the standings, battling with Carbro. Who's ahead? Oh, he's hit Josh! He's hit Josh! Josh has lost a lot of time, a lot of positions. Second in the standings has been hit by Carbro. There was a big glitch because surely that looked like Josh was out of the race at one point, as that Williams has just cut the corner and hit Josh, and it's all going wrong for Josh, who's dropped out of the points. Second in the standings, his title rival out of the race. The golden opportunity to take the championship lead away. It's all gone terribly wrong at the moment, but the action is far from over as Josh, is he into the pits? Yes, he is. That hard compound strategy was not going to work, as now Carbro is sizing up a move as Josh has sped. Carbro is sizing up a move on Seb. As Smithy and Frankie now are battling. Frankie's going to try the same move as Erosia did on Crudevez 1 lap ago, and 1 lap later, Frankie on the move now has got up into 3rd. This is brilliant racing throughout the Tier 2 field. Carbro, I have no idea really what happened. Maybe it was the side pod down, a side pod collision, but who knows. Josh must be at least happy that he's still in this race. From what it looked like, I thought he was out. Oh, Carbro, speaking of which, same area as last lap, has caused a yellow, and was it with Arsenal? No, it was not with Arsenal. Arsenal spun and had a little adventure of his own. Right, Frankie versus Crudevez! Crudevez! What's happened to him? I can't see, the camera angles are terrible. What has happened to Crudevez, the other Red Bull? Has he just beached himself? Jack! Mate! Oh my god. There's his team. Well, not there's his teammate, but his teammate is now the next car behind him. Red Bull, in the span of 2 laps, have just thrown it all away. Josh has a speeding penalty. Crudevez, I have no idea if he came together with Frankie, but he's now down in 11th after beaching himself and having to reset track. He now has to pit. Besides Tigo, they're both running in last. Bram is in 8th. Your title... Your usual drivers who you'd expect to be at the front. Bram, Josh, Crudevez. This is a completely different race, and this is going to be a very interesting Grand Prix with Erosia. Only half a second ahead of Frankie. Erosia yet to pit. Same with Smithy, Bratty, Swaggy, Warren. So Bram is looking in pretty good position. But Frankie is going to be hot on Erosia's heels. We've got a yellow. I think that's Arsenal. Yep. So Josh is coming up to him. And wow, Smithy in the podium places now. Battling with Bratty Terror for position. And Swaggy Kiki. Oh dear. Alright, we might see a position change here. Right, Frankie not quite close enough. Terror moving to turn 1. Seb goes into the pits. Will Josh get past Arsenal? Arsenal keeps his nose in there, but he has to back out eventually. And there is the first move of how many we shall see. As Warren and Bram are battling. It's McLaren versus Ferrari. And Warren's trying to get back. But Bram has made the move. And what I was talking about, the top guys, they're now back on the charge. As it was a bitter battle between McLaren and Ferrari. But Ferrari has come out on top. And Bram now has Swaggy Kiki 1.5 seconds in his sights. We got a yellow. Is that Sin Icon? Without his front wing. Dropping down to 9th. Is that a VSC? Yes, it is. So, things calm down. That'll help Erosia. And let's see, because they're near the pit lane, who will take this opportunity to pit? I feel like Erosia, Smithy and Bratty, and maybe Warren. This helps them. I don't know about Kiki because he's on the hards, but we'll see. So much is going... Yeah, there we go. Just like I said, Erosia's in. Frankie doesn't follow him in. Smithy... Yep. Oh no, they're all speeding! They really need to watch out, as these did destroy the marker. Erosia has got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he'll have to hope for another safety car to serve that. But he comes out. Where will Seb... Oh, Seb is going... Oh, Warren's got a drive through. As we have green flag running, it would have worked out perfectly for Erosia. Seb pitted at the worst possible time. He pitted and then the safety VSC came out. Right then. Let me quickly check. And Ocon has a Spider-Man helmet for this weekend. That's very good. Right. Okay, lap 16. Frankie leads the Dutch Grand Prix. 4.7 seconds, 4.3, 4.2. What is going on with Frankie there? Lost whole half a second somehow. Oh, that's going to be a warning for the Alpine. Those softs are going to be dying off. The only soft runner besides Crudevez. As Josh is up to 10th. And Smithy has lost a position to Bratty. I think Smithy made a mistake. Josh is up into the points then. As Sin Icon. Both Williams have been making mistakes. As Crudevez is catching up to the back. And those Warren has finally decided to pit. He will come out behind Carbro. And I think just ahead of Josh Crabtree. Bram finds himself in P3 behind Swaggy Kiki. I think the only driver not to pit so far. Yeah, he's the only driver not to come into the pits yet. 5-second penalties for Erosia and Crabtree. And now Warren for crossing the pit lane exit. Not speeding. Right then, well. Bram, he did get told by an anonymous person that he's got it all to do today with these, we know, not really challenging on pad. It's him against the world, or I guess the Red Bulls. And he's finding himself ahead of both of them. He's capitalising after Red Bull nearly halved Ferrari's gap in the World Constructors' Championship. It's up to him now if he can win this race and get maximum points to stop them from gaining any more. But Josh, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6 behind Carbro. As Kudave's 3.54 to Sin Icon. Right, Bram has DRS, 11% though, to Swaggy 60%, as Bratty has got ahead of Warren. Warren on those new mediums came out much further up than I thought he would. Warren, oh wait, no, he hasn't, he didn't pit, never mind. Yeah, I thought that was a mistake, but here we go. Warren's going to try back at Bratty Terror. Can't quite get past as he's hit the back of the Alpine. And has to stay behind. Yeah, he didn't pit. I thought he did. Wait, so he crossed the pit lane exit. Wait. He got a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit and he didn't pit. Am I missing something? I mean, he could have gone over that side, but why would you? That is bizarre. Oh, apologies. He was serving a drive-through. My bad. Oh god, we got a yellow. What's that yellow? Is that Seb? Oh, it's Seb. I'm not with it. Right. Warren all over the shop there, very wide, as that's going to allow Smithy to seize his opportunity, and now he's all over the back of the McLaren, heading in to the final couple corners along the banking. Smithy's going to need a good exit as Warren's all out of shape, and Smithy's already alongside, and we're going to see a move here in the banking, and Smithy gets ahead of the McLaren. He gets the DRS, and now he's going to use his ERS to stay ahead of Warren. Smithy capitalising on Warren's mistakes and getting up into P6. Bram getting ever closer, closing in 10th by 10th. He's about 6 seconds off the lead though, but Frankie will have to pit again. Now we got another yellow, and I think that's Sin Icon being overtaken by Kudavase, and it was Arsenal causing that yellow. Oh, what's happened? Did Frankie make a... Frankie made a mistake! Frankie made a mistake as his 4-5 second gap has now demolished down to a 2-second gap. He made a mistake at a corner so many drivers have been struggling with, and now he's only 2 seconds ahead. We got a yellow, that's Carbro. It looks like his wing is intact, but he has dropped down, and Josh Crabtree is eyeing up another move against the guy who put him in this position. But Red Bull are closing in on one another and closing up the field, and Carbro is the next target. And let's see if Josh Crabtree can get past Carbro this time without having a collision. We got another yellow, and once again it's Arsenal. Frankie, that gap is closing down, not as much as Bram closing down the minuscule seconds between him and Swaggy Kiki. He's right on the back, but unfortunately there aren't many overtaking spots at Zandvoort, but he's trying to find every single one of them as Warren is into the pits this time, serving his penalty, and he will drop right down. That allows Josh Crabtree to gain on Warren, and he's going to try around the outside, but he's going to switch to the inside now. Josh Crabtree versus Carbro. He has the inside line, and he gets the move, but Carbro's going to stick his nose around the outside. He's going to brake later, and Josh is going to once again have to try the switchback. Brilliant defence from Carbro. Brilliant attack and positioning from that Mercedes to keep one of the title protagonists at bay. Josh is all over the back of him, but Carbro, the GOAT, is staying ahead. That was brilliant. Kudavase is gaining all the time on this, 4.1 on those softs. Josh is going to have to pit soon, I believe. Those 15 lap old mediums aren't going to really give him much more grip soon. As what's happened to Swaggy Kiki? Well, obviously he's in the pits because he's got a speeding pit in the pit lane penalty. Another, in the famous words of DJ Khaled, another one. Right, we got one of the Williams spinning another one. As Bram is up into P2, 1.7 seconds off the lead, as Frankie will have to pit. He will not take those softs to the end, so Bram is in net winning position. As Rosier is currently in second, technically, with a 5 seconds. Same with Swaggy. Got a yellow. No one's there. Oh wait, yes they are. These are Williams. Right, we gotta look back to this. Seems like Josh didn't get past Carbro that time around. not TJ Garlic, TJ Khaled, or Khaled, or whatever you want. Another one. Right, 1.4 seconds then. As who are they about to lap? One of the Williams. Right, we got to watch this battle. Josh versus Connor. Who has the fastest lap? Could have is. Right then. Right, that's 8-point gap. We'll go down to 6 points at the moment. As even though it's looking good for Josh, I think both of them will have to pit again. These guys all in front, they don't have to pit again up to Erosia. Bram. Oh, Arsenal! Oh, no, he's in the pit lane, my bad. But yeah, he's still retired, so Arsenal's out. He's given up again. As Bram, I don't know, can he make it? 27 laps on those hards, it's a tall effort. His tyres are going to be very worn by the end of the race. But let's see if he can get the gap. He's got, He got a 9-second gap. If there is a VSC or a safety car, he could potentially pit again. So it's all looking good at the moment. 14 laps to go. This race has flown by as Frankie is leading out, but Bram is closing the gap because those softs are dying off very quickly, and Frankie will hope not to speed in the pit lane when he pits again. And then there were 13. Both Red Bulls in the points, but just Carbros putting up a staunch defence on Josh Crabtree to keep him at bay. Khaled. As Frankie has pitted. Stop distracting me, Will. As Frankie is into the pit lane on those. Look at that front right. Destroyed. And he'll come out. I want to say where his teammate will be, but maybe just ahead. As Swagikiki's coming now down the pit straight. As he's heading into turn 1. And yeah, there's his teammate. Bratty Terror around the outside. Will he get ahead of his teammate? Yes, he will. Frankie is behind. As we've got a yellow. Oh, Carbo! After such a good defence, has made a mistake. I do not know if he came to go with Josh, but whatever the case. Oh, God, that's a warning and a penalty. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Carbo finds himself now out of the points, and that allows both Red Bulls to gain more. As, yeah, keep in mind, Josh does have that penalty, and I still don't believe he can take those tyres to the end. He will serve it, but he'll come out maybe where, probably between these two, Warren and, oh, Seb. Between Warren and Carbo, Seb has just gifted the two Red Bulls 2 extra points because he's made another mistake. And that allows the Red Bulls, who aren't even really making a charge, they're just benefiting from other people's mistakes. Both of them gain another position. I don't know if both of their tyres can actually make it though. Definitely not Crudavetes. 21 laps on softs. 30 laps on mediums. Nah, not a chance. Right, looking further back. Frankie versus his teammate Bratty Terror into turn 1. The two Alpines going wheel to wheel. And Frankie on those new and fresher hards has warmed them up quickly as Carbo has gone off. Has got into P4. And it could still be P2. He could still be on for P2 if the two in front of him gets within 5 seconds, because these were speeding pens. They can't be retracted. If you speed, you speed. Bram, the gap's going down slightly between him and Erosia. Seems like Erosia's got really good pace because he managed to put it P2 in qualifying. Apologies, there was no commentary over that, but yeah, P2 was a brilliant effort from him. Crudavetes, pole position for him, upcoming, but it's just not worked out for him. After, we still don't really know, having an incident. As Bratty Terror's going to get back at his teammate and take P4. Back away from the Alpine! As the teammates have touched each other, as Seb has made another mistake. Sin Icon to get near the back of him. Teammate Alpine Civil War here. As Frankie's going to try again. Out the banking! Wheel to wheel! Through the uplifted curb! And now Frankie has got back ahead on his 0% ERS ahead of Bratty Terror. These two really fighting for position. It's a good battle though. Smithy is just a further 2 seconds further back, and Josh a further 10 seconds as here we go. He's into the pits. It seems like on the next lap, Crudavetes will pit after him. So he doesn't speed, luckily, Josh, and here we go. Serves his penalty. Seems like forever, but they do take the soft compound tyres off and put a brand new fresh set. So it looks like he will get the fastest lap of the race if all is well and good. There's Carbro. His definitely going to emerge ahead of him. But like I said, he's going to be in between Warren and Carbone. He's got, I don't know what the gap is yet, probably 15 seconds, 11 laps. Oh, wait for it to, oh, that looked way more than that. Okay, he's got 11 laps to gain 7 seconds on Warren. Don't know why I said 15. But it's going to be close. These is going to be very happy so far as Carbro has spun it. I mean, if we get a safety car, These is not going to be happy. But if he is watching, shout out to him. But These, if you are watching, I'm guessing you are going to be very happy with the race so far. I mean, obviously not from your end, you've retired, but in terms of championship, you will still be leading it at this point. But, oh my god, commentator's curse. Oh my god, you could not write that. Someone needs to replace me, I'm too powerful. Right then. Oh dear. This has helped create a vase, definitely. Oh my god. Oh, thanks, I bet it's going to be great for you. Nope, Carbro, the legend, has crashed. Brought out a safety car. And it's going to bring them back into contention. Vase. Ooh, little Twitch gets out ahead of his teammate this time. You've got to be joking. You've got... Oh, I can't help it. It happens every race now. I can't talk about one person for more than 10 seconds without them getting stabbed in the back by a safety car or someone. Oh, Seb, 3 seconds. I think the first person to get an actual penalty. This helps Bram, I think. And it helps Erosia and Swaggy Kiki because they get to serve their 5-second penalty without losing any positions because the gaps are bigger. So that's great. Frankie not really helps because he's on 3 lap old high. I mean, he'll stay out maybe. Oh, and he's decided last moment. That's going to not help Bratty Terror. He might lose a position to Smithy. The Alpines are going to have to box at this rate. Erosia comes out ahead of Swaggy, who's waiting still for the soft compound tyres. Frankie's in. And there comes the Alpine. And that is perfectly timed from Alpine. And there's Smithy just in front. Will Smithy get out ahead? There he goes. He's out. And it's an unsafe release. And Smithy's in. And he's ahead. He's ahead of Bratty. It might have been an unsafe release, but Smithy is ahead of Bratty Terror. Warren's in. Crudevase is in again. He's putting the soft compound tyres on. Fair enough. He will only lose a position to his teammate. Yeah, I don't know why he put mediums on, to be honest, but... Right then. Warren, Tigo. Well, technically there's only 11. Red Bull have it all to do. P10 and P11. We remember Josh Crabtree went from 10th to 2nd, I think, on the Saudi restart before it got taken out later in the race. But they are technically, besides Tigo, last and second last. Then we got Warren and Bratty Terror has lost the position to Smithy. Sin Icon finding himself in P6, staying out on the hard compound tyres, as is Seb on that with that 3-second penalty. So, wow. 4-car battle for the win then, at the moment. Frankie versus Swaggy versus Erosia versus Bram. It reminds me of... Oh! Okay, that was... I hope that was a glitch. As Bram glitches with the safety car. No one overtake this time. Where's Tigo at? Okay. Jack, if you're listening, do not overtake Tigo. Unless he's pitting. It'll just mess your restart up. Right then. 8 laps to go then. Classic end of race EXFL safety car. Bram versus Erosia versus Swaggy versus Frankie. This is what we want to see. Let me check their warnings while I'm at it. Nope. Bram's good. Besides that, speeding. Erosia's good. Swaggy. Oh, warning on the opening lap. That might be a... Oh. Couple warnings. We'll check that more in a sec. Frankie, 1 warning, 2 warnings. 16 and 19, I think that was right. What was Erosia's? Wait, should I just pass it or was it Swaggy? Whatever it was on lap 1. They're all collisions, so no corner cuts. Okay, we'll look further into that. Maybe Frankie's 1 away from a penalty, but the front 2 are definitely clean. So we know Erosia was closing Bram's gap from about 8.5 to 7.8. Erosia does seem to like this track and is seeming to find pace. Bram, who was unfortunately got taken out at the end of, during the Belgian Grand Prix, finds himself leading this Grand Prix as Krudewees has left. There you go. Right, try that again. Bram, who was taken out at the Belgian Grand Prix, finds himself in the lead of the race with 8 laps to go. And can he bring it home for his second Grand Prix win? But the question is, can he bring it home in P1? Bram versus Erosia versus Frankie, who's trying to get alongside Swaggy already, but he has to back off, and he's gone, Bram, but that's not a good restart, because Erosia, her mate, have just timed this perfectly. Across the line then, Erosia versus Bram, wheel to wheel, later on the brakes goes Bram, Erosia has the inside line, Erosia takes the lead, Bram keeps it over there, oh dear, no, Erosia and Bram have crashed, that is a big crash, and Erosia has been taken out of the race, and Josh is up to 4th, Krudewees is 6th in his AI state. Oh, it's gone terribly wrong. Bram kept his nose in there. Around the outside, Erosia tried to get the move done, but they have come together. Erosia and Bram, the leaders, and they've taken each other out. Well, Bram's still in this race, unlike last week, after a collision. But Erosia, unfortunately, is out of this Grand Prix as Warren goes wide. And, who's Sin Icon's made a mistake. He's down to 7th. Josh finds himself on the podium. Krudewees is 5th and he's back in the car. Red Bull have just been given a shining as the roses left. It's so unfortunate for him. Swaggy Kiki leads the Grand Prix. It is Keanu versus Frankie for the win. Josh might close in. Oh, that's a little mistake. But he's in P3 as Smithy's under pressure now from the Red Bull sister. Krudewees behind, can't quite get ahead, waiting until DRS. Warren in P6, Bratty Terror trying to get past for it, but Bram will get a point, I think, but it's all gone wrong for Ferrari. Sin Icon, once again, another spin. Has he got his front wing still? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, just about. Oh, Swaggy. Trying to cope with the pressure, but Frankie knows how to win a race because he's done it twice before. Swaggy has not joined the league after a long sabbatical, getting a lot of good results. P6s, P4s. Oh, Frankie's made a slight mistake. And he does not want one more warning, otherwise that will give him a 3-second penalty. Swaggy Kiki, if he can hold on for 6 laps, we may just see ourselves crowning a new race winner in EXFL Tier 2. But he's got to hold on, and I don't want to curse anyone anymore. Josh only gained about 3-ish tenths. Oh, Krudewees! The Red Bull! Krudewees is out! Could that cause another safety car? No, it's a VSC, but Krudewees! What's happened there? One of the Red Bulls is out of the race. That's 1 Red Bull and 1 Ferrari then. And Bram will be kicking himself that it's not a full course safety car. And then there were, I know there's 10, but technically there's only 9. Teagle will get disqualified. Bram will pass that Red Bull. Where has he crashed? He's gone all the way over into the barrier. How on earth has he done that? Did he collide with someone, or did he lose the rear? Whatever the case, it was looking brilliant for both Red Bulls. Krudewees is now out of the race. Well then, we'll wait for this VSC to end. Seb's got a drive through now. Oh dear, that might help Bram. No, it won't, he's too far back. Oh, that's going to help Sin Icon. Right, looking further front. Oh, Warren! After getting so many points here last season, it looks like Zandvoort is his lucky track because he's fighting Bratty Terror. 4th position for P5 as Swaggy's in the pits. Why is Swaggy Kiki pitted? Is his softs dead? Do they really die after 5 laps? No, they. If someone can let me know, that would be great. But we have to look further front. Frankie's leading this. Josh Crabtree is up in a second now. Smithy's on the podium. Warren is 4th. He's battling away with Bratty Terror on the hard and keeping him at bay. But Bratty Terror is not going to give up without a fight. And he's not going to settle for 5th. And he's going to try and get past Warren. But Warren is keeping his cool and keeping ahead. Brilliant defense so far from the McLaren. Look at that, he knows all the lines he has to take. Bratty Terror is going to try the switch back here, and will try and get ahead at the DRS. Goes wide, will get a better exit, and he's ahead of the McLaren now, I think, with the DRS. As Sin Icon has spun, and Warren trying to force him. Will he brake deep later? He will, as Bratty Terror will have to do the switch back, but Warren has placed his car to the point where Bratty Terror has to push him forward, and Warren stays ahead. Now, it's a case of... Wait, what? There we go. Oh, here we go then. Lap 33 of the Grand Prix. Josh sets the fastest lap. He could still get maximum points today because Frankie is, I think, 1 warning away from a penalty. And he's also only 4/10 ahead of Josh. Josh, who was nowhere down in P10, finds himself with 3 laps to go, fighting for a 3rd victory in a row. And I wouldn't say any of these wins have been dominant, but he's just been there at the right time, and now he's battling away with Frankie for the win. Smithy hasn't been on the podium, and I think in 10 races' time, who has been slowly but surely creeping up back with good results. He's finding himself in P3. Warren is still in P4 ahead of Bratty, and I really hope that battle continues to the end of the race. Swag Kiki, I don't know why he pitted. He got a penalty because he had to come over into the pits, and that's going to lose him to Sin Icon at this rate. I'm not sure yet. Bram, unfortunately, will be P9. 2 points Ferrari. Then again, Red Bull could have been scoring a lot more too. Anyway, we have to look to the front. We'll keep an eye on Warren and Bratty, but we have to keep an eye, mainly focus on the battle for the lead. We have 3 laps to go. Josh has used all of his ERS. No, Frankie's used all of his ERS. Josh is using his final bits of it, but he can't quite get past Frankie. Frankie's still keeping up their staunch defence. Frankie with 2 wins to his name. Josh with 2 wins to his name. And Bratty with 0 is going to try and get into P4. Round the outside, he has clinched that 4th position and is ahead of Warren. Good move from the Alpine. Meanwhile, his teammate is out in the lead. This is brilliant for Alpine. A big haul of points at the moment. What Bratty has got ahead of Warren, but Warren will not be too annoyed because he's still in P5. A long way clear of Swaggy, who's still got a penalty. Warren, if you can hold on, P5 would be brilliant for McLaren. Bratty Terror seems like he will be P4 if Smithy doesn't make a mistake. Seems like that is set in stone, but like I was saying, Frankie, 2 wins to his name. Josh, 2 wins to his name. They are both searching for their 3rd win in EXFL Tier 2. Just going to check the chat. Oh, as Frankie makes a little mistake. Please don't tell me my mic. Oh. Tell me if I should reset it, Will. And I will. But for now, I'm going to carry on. Because Josh is not close enough. Okay, right. Josh hasn't overtaken, so I'll reset it. Looks like he's going to get P8. Sin Icon looks like he'll get P7. Looks like all the positions will be set in stone apart from the top 2. As I hope my mic has returned, will let me know. Here we go then. Frankie really under pressure. He's making mistakes, but he's keeping ahead. He has the pace and he has the car. He has the tyres. He has everything besides barely any ERS to keep ahead of the Red Bull. And for one final time... Oh, who's that? Is that Seb? I think so. Maybe Bram can get him. But one final time across the straight to start the final lap of the race. This is Josh's last chance. Can he size up a move? Can he get ahead of Frankie? Can he brake later? Can he go around the outside? Can he get the switch back? Can he try anything? No, he cannot. And he's going to have to sit behind Frankie. And he's going to have to hope and pray Frankie makes a little critical mistake like he did here last time. But no mistake is appearing this time. Josh will have to try into the last DRS zone. and at the very latest in the banking, but Frankie has kept cool under pressure so far. And through all the mix, he started where? 4th, I think? 5th. He started 5th throughout it all. He's been leading, he's been 3rd, he's been down at the bottom end. He has now emerged into the lead. And I don't think he's been involved in any incidents. Frankie may not be in the title hunt, but he is still well and truly 3rd in the standings and truly one of the best of the rest. And he's going to come around the final corner. The fight for 3 wins between one of the championship protagonists and P3 in the standings. We're going to see the 3rd win for Frankie, and we're going to see him cross the line. Frankie wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Josh Crabtree will take the championship lead. He finishes P2. Runner-up goes to P1 now in the standings with 7 races to go. Smithy comes home on the podium. It's P3 for AlphaTauri. And Bratty Terror will give Alpine 37 points with that P4. Warren gets P5. It's celebrations all round for him. Swaggy Kiki will cross the line in P6, but will Sin Icon take it? Yes, he will. Sin Icon, P6. After all the spins and incidents, he comes P6, home in P6. Swaggy Kiki will get 7th, and Seb will get P8, and I think Bram will come home in 9th. Frankie, let's go. Okay, we need to see who got the fastest lap of the race. I think it might have been Josh. Oh god, what's happening? Okay, there we go. There we go. Frankie lifts the trophy. He is victorious for the 3rd time. Good comeback from Josh, fighting all the way to the end and keeping Frankie on his feet. I'm sure Smithy will be happy with the podium as well. And Josh did get the fastest lap, so that 8-point lead for Thies becomes an 11-point lead for Josh Crabtree heading to Monza. Smithy 15 points, Bratty Terror 12, Warren 10, Sin Icon 8 points, Swag Kiki and Haas get 7th and 8th. Bram will unfortunately not be happy with himself. We're going to have to review that crash between him and Erosio. It was looking so good for them too. It could have been a 1-2 for them, but they gave it to Frankie and Josh. He benefited. Tigo will get disqualified because he didn't do, I don't think, any of that race. But yeah, unfortunately, Kudave's retired, and Erosio and Carbro and Arsenal and Thies and Chaz. We'll see them next time out, hopefully in Monza. And we'll see you next time out in Monza, everyone who's watching, for the Italian Grand Prix. It's sure to be a good one. 7 races left. Josh Crabtree is your new World Championship leader. Right, let's see if we can get them in for an interview. Been a while since I've interviewed Smithy. It's been a while since I had a podium. Right, there we go. They're in here. Right. And Josh, if you can include your audio. Harrison, if you could include your audio.
I've done it now.
Let me know when you've done it. You done it?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay, we'll start with P3 then. Harrison, another podium.
Finally, after crap races, many of them.
Well, you're back where you belong. Just take us through that race, I guess. I'm sure you must be very happy.
Yeah. Well, half span. I probably one of my best drives in a while. Not too many mistakes after making a lot of mistakes in previous races, but yeah, I'm very happy actually. P3.
That's great. More points on the board. You come ever closer to 100 points now, nearly, and I think you might now actually be ahead of Bram now in the standings. So you're 5th in the standings now. And with Seb not having the best race either, you gain closer to him as well. So the fight is still on, and very well done. Josh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Have you included your audio?
Very sure.
Okay then. Right, everyone. I am now talking to EXFL Tier 2's newest World Championship leader after what seemed like actually a really bad race. You got lucky with the safety car in the end, and you absolutely flew through the field to get P2. Not quite the win. Frankie just won out, but how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm pretty still heart still beating quite quick from it because yeah, I don't know what when my first incident with Carborough, he went in deep, so I went in. I got a switchback, but he had the better exit, so he ran better tires. I think I was on like 80% tires, mediums when I had to pit for him. Yeah, and then he just put straight back onto my line and put me into a wall. So I think I had like red wing, so I had to pit mediums that lasted me to the safety car. And I got the softs, and yeah, I think after Brams and Erosia's crash, yeah, I think some other people span. So I think I gained like 4 possessions from that, and then I just went after Jack's wheel disconnected. He was just
Oh, his wheel disconnected.
motivate.
That was my next question. What happened to Jack? But his wheel disconnected.
Yeah, he had problems with his wheel. It kept
Oh.
disconnecting, but it didn't pause into AI. So he was fuming. Yeah.
So unfortunate for Jack. It looked like he had just a good enough chance as you, just behind a couple seconds. But yeah, I generally wondered that. But is Frankie here now? Is he in the party?
I'm not sure. He
No,
joined in, but
I think he's having issues with it. You now have an 11-point lead in the championship after getting P2 in the fastest lap. You have 7 rounds remaining. I'm not going to ask you, do you think you can do this? I know you can. But it wasn't quite the 3rd win. But how confident do you feel now, being World Championship leader now?
yeah, I'm feeling more and more confident each race. Yeah, GG's to Frankie, and yeah, we'll go on to Monza.
Indeed, going to Ferrari's hometown, you've already gained a lot of points on the Italian team in the past 2 races. Do you think that do you think it being their home Grand Prix, you'll treat it any different, or are you just going to give it 100% like always?
No, I was going to give it 110% as always. Me and Jack going in for another 1-2.
Yep, just what I thought you'd say. Right, well, I'll wait an extra minute to see if Frankie's going to join. Would be nice to interview the race winner. Frankie's got more wins than you now, Josh.
Yeah, I know. Me and Jack were telling me about
F. There he is. He was online. I'll give it 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm very surprised you did not get taken out of the race from that hit from Carborough. From my angle, it looked like you were generally going to get taken out. Somehow you survived. You didn't get into any other incidents, did you, during that race?
that. No, not I can remember. I don't think so. No, that was it.
Right then. And I don't think Frankie did either. We'll have to double check.
No, Frankie's defending in that last couple of laps was
Yeah, it was really good.
yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Oh, you
Best
got to
I've come
admit,
across.
Carbo's defence though, that was absolutely brilliant. That battle you had with him before he hit you, you got past him and then he got back past you in the first sector.
Yeah, we had a really good scrap. Yeah.
Anyway, it seems like Frankie can't join. But we'll see you next time out in Monza, everyone. Thanks for watching. Seems like EA still have to sort their server connection and a few other drivers too, but the championship gets ever more intense. We have a new championship leader in the name of Josh Crabtree. 11 points is all it is, though, and anything could happen. Still 7 rounds left. This is far from over. We'll see you out in Monza.